Angie has made it easier than ever to hire high-quality pros to get all your home service jobs done well. Just bring them your project online or with the Angie app, answer a few questions, and Angie will connect you with local pros who match your specific needs. Or book a service instantly at an upfront price. So join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to care for their homes and get your next home service job done well. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
Weighing in with soybeans and a baby show straight out of Norburn, Missouri, we have Soybean Festival. From Hayward, Wisconsin, at 73 years young with the world's largest muskie statue, put it together for Muskie Fest. Finally, packing a punch with fire dancing and a pet costume contest, the Roseau, Minnesota Fall Harvest Fest. One of these festivals could win $100,000 in the Senx Hometown Throwdown. You decide. Cast your vote at SenXHometownThrowdown.com. Senx, powered locally.
Okay, so I'll just say it.
Okay.
I recognize you.
Hello.
Hello. Did you recognize her? You know, she has a TV show?
I did not.
Did you find out right now? By me?
I found out by TMZ about 2 weeks ago.
You found out by TMZ?
This is the plaintiff, Alexandria Pham. She says she was driving her 2000 Mercedes to work, and the defendant blew through a red light and crashed right into her. The woman wasn't even looking at the road. She was looking down at her phone while she was driving, and she could have killed someone. If that weren't bad enough, the woman's auto insurance had expired, and now there's nothing left to do but sue her for the $3,575.61 she's owed. This is the defendant, Christy Lynn Gibble. She says she was going 5 miles an hour as she was approaching a turn into the local mall. And it was the plaintiff who wasn't paying attention, and she crashed into her. She's not paying anything for the plaintiff's junky old bumper. She did nothing wrong. And when she's in the right, she's certainly going to let everyone know it. She's accused of causing a little accident.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Alexandria Pham.
Yes.
Elizabeth Pham is whom?
My mother.
Okay, you have power of attorney for her?
Yes.
Okay, this is the car you drive, right? But
Yes.
it's in her name?
Yes.
All right, you are suing Christy Lynn Gibble?
Yes.
For $3,575.61, the amount it's going to cost to fix your car after an accident that you say was her fault.
Correct.
Okay, what happened?
I was on my way to work.
Come on out here to this so that I can pick a car to be you, pick a car to be her, and then you show me in your words how it is that it happened.
So this is the defendant's car, and this will be my car.
Okay.
I was on my way to work. I was going to my job, which is at the mall. So there's a light right here. This is an intersection.
Okay.
This is one lane going this way, one lane going this way.
Oh, okay, 1 and 1, okay.
Yes. And then I had the green.
Okay.
So I was going and I was approaching. And when I got to about right here, I didn't see the defendant. And then she came and then we collided like this. I stopped immediately, but she hit me and kept going. So it took off my entire bumper while she kept going to finish the turn.
Okay.
But she had the right, I had the green.
Right.
And it was a right on red. And she was looking down at her phone. She wasn't looking
How did you know she was looking down at her phone?
Her head was face down. So
But you saw her before contact, or was it too late?
It was too late to. Your Honor.
No. I don't know. I don't even know who you are. Hold on. Okay. According to you, in that moment you saw her before contact, she was looking down.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Who is that? Who's interrupting you telling me the story of what happened while you were driving? Who is that?
This is my roommate Gladys.
Was Gladys in the car?
Yes, front passenger.
Okay. Did anybody scream? Like, did either of you like scream when you realized it was happening, or no?
Not a scream, just saying whoa, 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 whoa.
So what happens? She pulls over.
Yes, she pulls over. We pull over. This is the mall right here.
Okay.
So we pulled into the parking lot, and my entire bumper, it was just hanging on by one clip.
Okay.
And it was
What kind of car is this?
a Mercedes-Benz C230.
Okay.
And then so we pulled over, got out. She asked if we were okay. I asked if she was okay. Everyone was okay.
Did anybody call the police?
No, from past experience, I know that they will only come if someone is injured.
Where are you?
In Los Angeles?
Los Angeles, they will not come out for a car accident to report on a car accident?
Unless someone is injured.
Unless someone is injured?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so?
And then she was calling someone who I assumed is the owner of the car because she was saying, no, your car is fine, your car is fine. And then I'm trying to contact my insurance, and then I make the claim, or not the claim, but...
Okay, go ahead and go back to the lectern.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'll just say it.
Okay.
I recognize you.
Hello.
Hello. Did you recognize her? You know, she has a TV show?
I did not.
Did she find out right now? By me?
I found out by TMZ about 2 weeks ago.
You found out by TMZ? Tell me.
So about 2 weeks ago, I get a call around 10 in the morning. Hello, is this Alexandria? This is TMZ calling. We found out that you filed a small claims against Christy McGinnity. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
And what'd you do?
I just got a little quiet, and then the producer said, oh, you're probably wondering why we're calling. Yeah, we're going to run your story today.
Okay.
So then I said, well, I just reiterated what happened.
But while you're sitting there, did they tell you she has her own show? Did they tell you why they were interested? So you're just wondering why TMZ is covering your accident. Okay. So what happened here? What's the name of your show?
Little Women LA.
Okay.
We're on our 4th season right now.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want me to do?
I do. Okay. I need to hear from you how it happened. Go ahead and come on over here.
Do you have a stool?
Yep. Yeah. We have access.
Awesome.
Is that good?
So that I continue to understand, will you please be the white and blue car and make her the regular blue car? Right. Exactly.
Boom.
Okay.
This is the mall.
Right.
This is where I was headed. Me and my daughter were like going like this. I think she was here. She could have been here. I don't know.
If you don't know, don't guess. All right.
Okay,
so
I'm not guessing.
Okay.
So I just know we collided like this. Boom.
Well, what is she doing? She's driving right onto the sidewalk of the, because you have her car.
I'm driving
You
here.
have her car all over the place, honey.
Okay.
Okay.
This is my car.
All right.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Here's the front of her car. I want you to put the car the way it was facing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll do it. Boom.
That would mean that before you collide, she was driving like this to go right that way. She's taking her lane diagonal across an intersection into the mall. That's highly unlikely.
Oh,
exactly.
there you go.
Exactly. But the more straighter you put her, the more at fault you become, right?
We were going like 4 or 5 miles an hour. We're going so slow.
Is there right on red in LA?
Yes.
You can do
If
it
you
right
stop
on red.
first,
You could do
Your
it
Honor.
right on red.
If you stop first, Your Honor.
And I
Well,
always,
yeah. I mean, that's the way it is in Florida too. But
And so
let me just say why I asked that,
Yeah.
because there are states where you can't do or cities, I guess, where you can't do right on red, but cities like ours where you can do right on red. In fact, you know what we call it in Florida?
What?
A California roll. That's what we call it. We call it a California roll when you're saying, I didn't really stop there, you know, where you're just kind of rolling.
Okay, so we did collide. My car, minimal damage. Her car, old. And the bumper was probably already on its last leg.
Well, you don't know that. But
You should see the car.
was your bumper hanging on your car?
No, it was not, Your Honor.
Was she in the car too?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay. All right, let's go back to the lectern and let's hear a 3rd and 4th version of how things occurred. Were you paying attention?
This is my daughter.
Yes, I know. Hi. Were you paying attention or were you off guard?
I was.
Not really.
Not really. That's the thing. I was talking to my mom about. We were talking because she's been recently teaching me how to drive because I'm about to get my license.
Ah, well, here's a lesson for you. Okay, well.
And
Wait, let me hear from the daughter. Go ahead.
And I was talking to my mother facing her, and then we got hit. I was like wondering for I'm like, did we get hit or did we like accidentally hit a bumper for a second? Because it was so like small that we didn't even realize for a second.
Like,
But when you're hit, you know you're hit.
it was a very minor like it.
She has $3,000. Show me the proof, because your car's not even worth that. I hate to tell you this. She's right. It is. It's a 16-year-old car, and the Blue Book value of it is less than the repair. But can I see the repair?
And I'll show you them. I think I gave I think I gave you, it's on your computer, like the pictures, but I could, I don't know.
No, I've got them.
Yeah, you got them?
When you guys stop, does anybody say it was my fault, or nobody says?
Actually, I said, are you girls okay? It was like 100 and something that day. I said, do you want me to call AAA since your car is not in driving? She's like, no, it's okay. I just have to go to work. I go, what do you want to do? I think we should get out of the way. Let's actually get in the shade because it was really, really hot. So that's what we did. I'm like, what do you want to do? Do you want to call the cops? Do you want to? That's when I was on the phone. I'm like, AAA, like, can you come out? Can you help? She's like, no, I don't need anything.
Who were you talking to? She says that you were talking to somebody saying, don't worry, it's all right. AAA doesn't care. Was there someone else you were talking to?
No, I was calling AAA, and she said she didn't want anybody to come out.
These are pictures of her car?
Yes.
Yeah, that bumper is right off. Were you looking at a phone?
No.
Okay. And so when you spoke with your insurance company, what did your insurance company tell you?
They said that they could not, because I only have liability on my insurance.
So they're not covering your damage. Mm-hmm. Got it. Why are you here? Why didn't insurance just cover it?
Okay. I said, I got in an accident. It was a small accident, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, you weren't covered. And I'm like, what? I said, why wasn't I covered? They're like, you have a reoccurring payment on a certain card, and it didn't go through. And I said, I looked at my husband because he's in charge of the bills. And I said, what the heck is, and he was like, is that the one you called in and said it was stolen? So I was not covered those days.
We didn't realize that was the card.
How many months behind had you been canceled?
A day, 1 day, uno day. That's my husband, he deals with the bills.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust him with the bills.
He is actually no longer in charge of the bills for a long time since this happened.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So if somebody drives without insurance, gets in a car crash, are they automatically responsible?
I don't think so.
Because?
Because they may not have been at fault.
Okay, what do you say?
I agree. Exactly, same thing.
Who disagrees? You disagree.
I think you might have a certain kind of responsibility for yourself to have an insurance. Just take care of yourself.
But if you don't have it, are you responsible if you get in a crash?
No.
Oh, so you agree with them then? Okay, got your point. Going inside the courtroom.
All right, here's where we are, folks. Do you understand the concept of total loss?
No.
Let me explain it to you. If you had good coverage and it covered your car and your damages to your car too, what they would tell you is if your car costs $700,000 to fix, we are not going to fix your car. The most you can ever get is the blue book value of your car at the time on the day of the accident, basically at the time of the accident. Your blue book value is $25,28. That's the most. And so if you intend to repair the car and it's going to cost you $3,000, that's something that you have to eat, or you just call it a total loss and invest that money in a new car. But I am ruling in your favor. I find that the accident was your fault. I think everybody needs to pay a little bit more attention to what's going on, especially when we're trying to train somebody else on how to do it. And that includes not just paying attention to the road, but paying attention to your bill status and paying attention to your coverage.
And not letting your husband pay your bills.
Yeah, well, you know what? Yeah, everybody needs to make sure everybody's doing what they need to do, but let's start off with eliminating the California roll and maybe stopping at the red light. That would be a great idea. Good luck, everybody. Nice meeting you all, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so the defendant's coming out of here on the losing end of this case. What's your reaction to this verdict here?
Don't let your husband pay your bills. And I love you, honey. And just, you know...
Are you blaming this whole thing on him?
No, I'm not blaming it whole on him. Just pay more attention to life, to everything.
Right, every day is important. Every moment is important.
Every moment.
So what was distracting you at that moment?
There was no distractions. It is what it is. We were on our way to the mall.
All right, what have you learned from her mistakes here?
I learned that you should always stay safe on the road, and no matter what, you should always keep an eye out for other cars and pedestrians.
Yes.
And don't let your husband pay your bills. All right. Okay. Right around this way.
Thank
okay?
you.
All right. All right. So step on in here. You get. Did you know your car wasn't even worth as much as that estimate?
No, it's my mom's car, so I just let her handle everything.
So what was going through your mind when at the moment of this accident?
I am so late for work. That's all I'm thinking of, honestly.
You were late that day?
I was an hour and a half late.
Did you get in trouble?
I did not, no.
So what are you going to do now with this money? New car or what?
No, fix my mom's bumper.
Fix the bumper. Harvey?
Okay, you know what? They're all right. If you are driving around without insurance, it's illegal. You probably get your license suspended, but in order to determine who's at fault in an accident, you look at negligence, not whether somebody has insurance, and you could be a good driver without insurance. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Angie has made it easier than ever to hire high-quality pros to get all your home service jobs done well. Whether it's routine maintenance, an emergency repair, or a dream project, Angie lets you compare quotes from multiple local pros, browse homeowner reviews, and even book a service instantly. Angie's been connecting people with skilled pros for nearly 30 years. So the next time you have a home project, bring it to Angie to get your job done well. Download the free Angie mobile app today or visit Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
This is the plaintiff, David Ingram. He says he's an aspiring cinematographer and director, and the defendant hired him to shoot his rap music video. He shot the video, sent him an edited copy, and the guy's stiffing him on half of the agreed amount of pay. Bottom line, the defendant's music's just plain bad. He shot the video according to the outline he submitted prior to the shoot, and is owed every penny of the $250 the defendant is refusing to pay him. This is the defendant, Famous Montana. He says the video the plaintiff shot was pretty good, but he wanted some changes made to it. And when he voiced that to the plaintiff, the guy went nuts on him. He was very upset by the plaintiff's attitude because he's the customer after all. He feels like he wasted the money he paid the plaintiff and certainly doesn't owe him any more because the music video he received wasn't what he wanted. He's accused of yelling, "Cut."
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff shot the defendant's rap video and got stiffed. But the defendant says plaintiff's crazy. Went nuts when he asked for changes. It's the case of 99 problems, and he's one.
Thank you, Douglas. David Ingram and Media Pipeline Films.
Yes,
you are suing, you want to be referred to as Famous Montana?
Sure.
Okay. And I will refer to you as Famous Montana. You are suing Famous Montana for $250 in editing costs that are still remaining on a project you did together that he has not paid you for. Tell me what happened.
Your Honor, Mr. Montana contacted Media Pipeline Films via social media inquiring about pricing on music video production. I sent him a treatment and a price. We agreed that he would pay half up front and half after. He agreed on the treatment.
What's a treatment?
A treatment is a basic description, sort of a script of what the music video will be visually.
Can I see it?
Yes. What I have is a whole email thread.
I'm asking a simple question that both of you should be able to answer, which is, what was your contract?
Oh, okay.
I need to know what was going to happen for the $500. Do you have a contract?
Well, I have emails and I have text messages.
Okay, so you're going to hand me the text messages?
Yes.
Okay. It's because there's not an actual contract?
There's not an actual contract.
Or one email that
an
encapsulates everything? That's
one
how it
email
should be.
and one text message.
What was the contract according to you? He was going to do what? What was the treatment? What was it going to look like?
Basically, the treatment was going to be me waking up out the bed, seeing me on TV, just little things that I said inside my song.
Okay.
Just little things like that, me waking up.
What's your song about?
It's called Whip. It's actually like more like radio friendly, kid friendly, because all the little kids are doing like the little whip dance and things like that. So I asked him, I was like, what kind of packages you do? He said he has a $1,500 package.
Right, and you settled on the $500 one, and then what was he supposed to film? Because that ends up being the subject of our dispute. So what was he supposed to film? He was supposed to do what for that $500?
He was supposed to shoot.
Because you guys set a date. You came to Atlanta from where? Savannah?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you shot all day, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what was everything that you and he had talked about shooting that day done that day?
Yeah, everything that we.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So it was done that day. So do you have the video?
No, I don't. He actually.
Do you have the video?
I have a link that I've submitted to you guys.
You have a link in Dropbox. All right, hold on one second. Okay. How long is the video?
About 3.5 minutes.
I wanna see you. I wanna see you.
It's for the kids.
I'm saying, like, you know, they could like do little dances and stuff to it.
Knew I had to whip it in the pants till it was tan. Tired of dropping hoopties, man, I wanna drop a land to you. I want to see you. Hey! I'm on call!
Right. Yeah, so, I mean, it was...
How old are you?
I'm 22.
You're 22.
Yes, ma'am.
What kids was this intended for?
No, it was more like, not like the little kids, more like 17 on up, you know what I'm saying? Because that's college parties and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, it's good. It was very catchy. I'm sure that is not going to leave my head for a couple of days. I can tell you that. 'Cause I know me.
Yeah,
okay, which is the intent. Okay, so talk to me though. What didn't you like about that? What wasn't according to plan?
Basically, he came up with the treatment, and he was just like, you know, trust me. So, you know, he's a director. He's behind the camera more than I am, so I ain't trusting in his vision.
I know, but none of that was a surprise. You're the guy who filmed it. I mean, he talked about it. You go, that's ridiculous. You didn't do that. You agreed to it, and then you guys taped it, and then after that, after you edited it and you sent it to him and we're expecting the other 250, he said not change the edits. He said, let's retape the ending.
Exactly, and I was willing to do a reshoot, but I told him that would be an extra charge.
Extra
and
charge.
I would still
How
need
much
to
were
be
you going to charge him to reshoot?
Another $250.
Another $250. And he said, no, you should, I'm the customer and you should do what I want and make me happy.
Okay, so the defendant didn't like the ending and he wants the guy to reshoot it for free. Can he have it reshot for free?
I wouldn't assume so, no. If he wants to rechange it, then he needs to pay for it. It's whatever was in the agreement.
Fair enough?
I agree with him.
That he has to pay.
He has to pay.
Going over here, what do you say?
I agree with him, with what he said.
This feels like when Harry met Sally. I'll have what she's having, going inside the courtroom.
How come the man doesn't get paid if you need to tape a second day, shoot a second day?
Okay, like since we only did half the video and I like half of the video, the $250 that I already spent, because I have nothing. I have no pictures, no videos. I don't have anything. I don't have anything to go off of, based off of. I can't see it. He took it off of YouTube once, you know, he was talking about coming to court. So I was like, the $250 that I already spent and the half of the video that I like, can you at least send me that half of the video and then we'll just call it even? Because my company, I'm trying to run a company here, so I
know,
can't
he's trying to run a company too.
Correct.
He did 100% of what you paid him for. You asked him to do, because you changed your mind on the ending, that you clearly, I know you agreed to it because you are the actor in it. So you guys talked about it, and that's fine. If you want to change artistically, you look at it, you go, you know what? Now that I see it all together, I don't like it. I really want a more upbeat ending. That's great. Right. You can do that. The thing is that you felt that he should just include it in the price.
No, if he would have just took the in and out with me walking away, that would have been good. Just fade it out.
So wait, I want to see what you're saying.
Right.
I'm going to read from your answer to the complaint, because here's why you didn't pay him the $250. Okay. I was going to get I wasn't even asking him to do that much. I was going to get a Corvette or some other foreign car and a smoke machine, and all I wanted was the plaintiff to do was to shoot it. The plaintiff kept telling me that now was not the time to have ideas. I should have told him this before we did the initial video. I was very upset by all this because I'm the customer. It was like if I paid someone to build a house and then they reneged on the whole deal because I asked them to turn the bathtub around. Yeah. Why would I pay for something I'm not satisfied with? Right. Okay, let me explain to you how construction works, because I am a construction family. Okay. If the contractor has not put the bathtub in and you say switch it around, yeah, it doesn't make a difference whether he lays it down this way or this way. That's not a change order.
Right.
But we got a name for what happens if the bathtub's already in place and you say, I want you to lift the bathtub, take it out and switch it around. That's called a change order, and there is a fee for that. So, you know, I don't know if you guys want to work it out. You pay the other $250 and you tell them what other edits you want, because that would have been encompassed within the thing.
Yes, ma'am, and I actually sent him a rough cut before this final cut. And I have a text message where he says, it looks good, just needs effects and filters.
And it was really good video.
Thank you.
It was. Seriously, I really, people in my courtroom, did you like it? Yeah. Right? The video was good, the song was good. Why can't you people play nice? Okay? Seriously, it was good. If you know, here's what we're gonna do, okay? We're gonna conclude the contract. But rather than just give him what he doesn't want, give him what he wants. If it's just more editing, because you would have said yes to that.
I'm fine with that. I would have done that from the beginning.
I know, I know. So I am going to hold my judgment in abeyance. All right? That means I am not judging today. I'm going to give you, how long do you guys think you need to do that?
How much time do you have?
Probably a couple weeks.
Okay, so a couple weeks. So a month from now, we're going to check in with you two. Please make him happy because it's really a good job. And it should, you know, it's good. And you obviously have pride in your work. And I got to tell you, be reasonable. And if there's something else you decide you want to make it perfect, shoot the lock off your wallet and pay for the extra money to make it perfect. But it's too good to just say, rah, 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 and rule. I mean, I just really want you guys to try to work on it a little bit. And then I'll go rah, 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 and rule. Okay? All right, good luck. I think this is going to work out. I feel it in my bones, Douglas. This one's going to work out.
Let's find out how these litigants feel about the judges brokering this deal for you for now. You have more work to do.
Yeah, I do have more work to do. I was planning to do the work in the beginning. I want to give him a finished product that he's happy with. So I'm happy with the decision. I feel confident that I'll be paid in the end eventually. A little longer than I expected.
But you'll satisfy this client, right? Well, how do you like the music?
I'm not a fan, but you know, there's a lot of songs on the radio that I'm not a fan of, so I can't say whether it's good or bad.
That's not your genre?
Not necessarily my genre.
All right, okay. All right, work on that video. Okay, head right this way, okay? I guess he wasn't one of the ones who applauded when the judge asked for a critique.
Hey, it is what it is. But
famous Montana, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm happy with how everything turned out. Hopefully we can work everything out, you know, where both parties will be compensated and happy, and you know, we'll have to go through this again. But that's how everything's going.
We'll see you in a month. We'll hear from you in a month.
All right,
put it that way.
iTunes.
All right, Harvey.
Okay, happy ending. The video was completed. The defendant is happy and the plaintiff got paid. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Dawood Muhammad. He says the defendant, his ex-girlfriend, who he lived with, pocketed his portion of the rent he paid her, didn't give it to the landlord, and they were evicted. The defendant's a vindictive woman who had him arrested, stole his belongings, and he's here in the name of justice seeking the $5,000 he's owed. This is the defendant, Catherine Singleton. She says the plaintiff put his hands on her. She got an order of protection against him and he violated it. So he was thrown in jail. Now, he's just coming after her because he's mad at her. He still wants to be with her. And what he needs is to grow up and move on. Owe him money? She thinks not. She's accused of running away with the rent. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $5,000 for stolen belongings and pain and suffering.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says his ex-girlfriend stole his portion of the rent. And by the way, she's a bad person. The defendant says the plaintiff roughed her up and even went to jail. And this is revenge. It's the case of hands off.
Thank you, Douglas. Dawood Muhammad, you are suing Catherine Singleton, your former girlfriend, for $5,000 that you say she owes you in different items that she refuses to give back to you. You are counterclaiming against him $5,000 for the same plus pain and suffering. What happened? How long were you seeing each other?
8 years.
How long were you living together of those 8 years?
A year and a half, 2 years.
Okay. So were you paying rent?
A portion of it.
All right. Your name is the only one on the lease, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you were paying her how much?
$300 a month.
And what was the total rent?
My total rent was $655.
Okay. And what ended up happening? You found out that what?
She got an eviction notice.
An eviction notice.
Get out in 10 days.
Because according to the eviction notice, she hadn't paid rent since when?
Since she been having paid rent in like 6-7 months.
Okay. And so I take it that the $300 you were paying her throughout that time, she wasn't paying the landlord.
Exactly.
Okay, but you were living there.
Exactly.
Okay. So, and you got that, you received that notice when, in November?
Yeah.
So what happened when you got it?
I confronted her about like, what have you been doing with my money? And she was acting like nonchalant. So she said she gonna go to court and take care of it.
Why haven't you been paying the rent?
Because I have other bills. So I've made an agreement with
that's
my...
one of your bills.
Yeah, that's one of the bills.
Right,
But I've made an agreement with my landlord where I can pay partial. So...
Wait, before he tried to evict you or after?
That was after.
Yeah.
After.
So you were paying how much in rent? Just the amount he was giving you?
No, the money that he was
Less than that?
We were in a relationship. So he was giving me money for household items. It wasn't
Do you
necessarily...
have any proof that you systemically, that means every single month, gave her $300?
My bank statements. Direct deposit to her account.
He is also complaining, and he's filed a lawsuit against you because, according to him, you have kept his TVs, 2 TVs, an Xbox, $950 for a loan, and you owe him $1,000 in sneakers that you pawned. Let's talk about the loan. What are the circumstances involving the loan?
I don't know.
Okay, how about you tell me about the loan? Where is it that you loaned her $950?
Her sister got into a car accident.
And she was supposed to pay you back?
Yeah.
Did you remember this?
I don't remember.
All right. But he has a text message where he says to you, you have to repay that $950, and you say, great. And now that colors the rest of your testimony, I hate to tell you. But let's talk about the rest of the testimony. According to you, what did you leave behind, and why did you leave it behind? Because when you get mad at that day, when you find out about the rent, you guys end up breaking up, correct?
Okay. Saturday night, I confronted about the situation. And then when I went to the gym Sunday night, she replaced my keys. So I'm like, I tried to get in, so I called the police, and it escalated, and I left.
Okay, you have a little bit of a different version of what happened that day. Go ahead.
The day after Thanksgiving, November 28th, I believe it was, we had an argument about disloyalty in the relationship.
Meaning?
That I was cheating on him.
Were you cheating on him?
No.
Okay.
We had an argument in the house. I went to turn around to continue to wash the dishes. He put his left arm around me and got a knife and put a knife to my throat. So that day...
Wait, what happened after when he put a knife to your throat?
When he put the knife to my throat, he told me he would kill me. He would cut me. After that, he went in the room.
Okay, so, and then what happened? He didn't cut you, right?
He didn't cut me. He didn't kill me.
What were you doing while he put a knife to your throat?
I was crying and screaming. I'm shocked because in my relationship with him for so many years, I never feared for my life.
Do you have children together?
Yeah, no, we don't have any children together.
Okay, so then what happened?
So after that, he left the house. That same day, he came with the cops.
So he came with the police?
He came with the police trying to get back in. And I told the police I didn't want him here because I fear for my life and my children's life. I told the police officer, the police officer said to me, go and get an order of protection so he does not come back to your home.
Okay, and did you?
And that's what I did. I went and got an order of protection against him.
And yet, despite that, according to you, you saw him outside your home again?
As me and my children left to go to school that morning, he was standing on the corner where my building is. So I'm afraid for me and my children. So I called the police. Because the order of protection was in process, they arrested him that day.
All right. So he got arrested for that?
Yes, he got arrested for that.
What ended up happening with that case in court? Is it still going on?
Yeah, it's still going on.
All right. So he can no longer come over. How did he get his stuff out? Did he get his stuff out that night with the cops?
No. I had spoke to his father. I called his father. And his father came over to my home December 4th to pick up his things.
All right. Now, there's a series of electronics that he says are his. What say you to that?
During our relationship, we bought those things together.
Well, then why are they yours?
I paid him for them.
Do you have any proof of that?
I have a text message stating that I gave you $1,000 plus, and he says that it was only for a certain amount of things.
Let me see those text messages. That's a 55-inch TV, a 32-inch TV, an Xbox, and software for the Xbox, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
all right. You have here, one of the other things he's suing for is a blood pressure monitor. You ended up you found it, right? So you'll go home with that today. And then the last thing he's suing for is $1,040 of 4 pairs of Nike sneakers in green, copper, black, and seafoam blue. What are these sneakers? They're magical sneakers. Why are they $295?
I have the receipts for them.
No, what are they?
Foamposites.
What are they called?
Foamposites.
Foamposites?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently it's an expensive thing.
And I have proof that she pawned the sneakers.
You have proof that she pawned the sneakers?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your proof that she pawned the sneakers?
These are my sneakers?
No, that's a picture of sneakers.
Okay.
What is the proof that she pawned the sneakers?
The pawn shop owner, because my uncles work there.
It's interesting. Do you where is this? Do you have this in your actual phone?
Yeah.
Can I see it? Because I like to see things in context, and it's like cut off, basically. I want to know what happened before and after. Did she give you any money towards the PC Richards credit card?
No.
You didn't bring the statements here, right? What do you say you paid for the TVs?
I gave him $1,000 last year during tax time. And also during our relationship, I've paid him money.
Get to the text about the $1,000 and then I'll scroll up and down from there.
I'm hoping that's it. I kind of went across the screen.
Okay. Tell me about the jewelry that you're countersuing for.
About maybe 4 or 5 years ago, we went to Atlantic City to Tiffany's and he bought me some Tiffany's jewelry.
What are you counterclaiming him about? Okay, you have a picture. He has a picture that he sends to you with the jewelry.
And my engagement ring. He put those things on my bed, took a picture of them, and sent it to me. So when I asked him about it, he told me that he pawned it.
Okay, there's a text from you on the day after the events in question that caused a breakup. So where are you going? This is from you to her. To have my 1050 or you not going to have it at all. What was that 1050 referring to?
Not 50 for Mount Borough and $100 because her daughter broke my tablet.
Then she answers you and says, you crossed the line when you pulled a knife out on me and choked me. I'm done with you. Please do not come back to my home again. If you do, I will gladly call the police on you. I will be happy to give you your things peacefully. Send your dad or someone else and I will give them to him, but do not show up at my home. My children and I don't feel safe around you. I'm scared for our lives. Please stop calling me. I hope you have a backup plan, you say to her, because since you're not paying me my $10.50, I'm coming for everything that I bought, and you'll be left with one TV and one laptop.
Exactly.
Did you steal her Tiffany jewelry?
I pawned it for the rent money.
You pawned it for the rent money? You sent it in a text after she threw you out.
Yes.
You didn't take it for rent money. You left that day. You didn't pay rent money after this?
I had to find a place to live.
Oh, your own rent money?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so you stole her jewelry for rent money, and you're looking at me saying, what? What? Yeah.
So if somebody holds a knife to your throat in anger and they swear to you they will never do it again, would you give them a second chance?
Absolutely not. Second chance might be the end.
True enough. Would you ever give them a second chance? They are so remorseful and say, I was out of my head, I will never do it again.
No, I don't think so. No, I wouldn't.
Okay, and you're pretty young. Would you give him a second chance?
No.
Okay, that is the perfect answer. Just remember that, okay? That will hopefully never happen, but there you go. Going inside the courtroom.
You acknowledge that she paid you $1,000. She says $1,000 was to cover the TVs.
Old Navy and the TV that I bought her son.
Do you have an Old Navy bill of $1,000? I don't even know how much you'd have to buy Old Navy to rack up $1,000.
That
God
was
bless
for
Old
the
Navy.
son, Xbox, and the Old Navy bill.
Well, you're suing for the Xbox. What are you talking about?
Old Navy bill.
Did he pay for your children's clothes or whatever at Old Navy?
He bought some clothes for the children.
But that was not something you were supposed to pay him back for?
No. Judge, we've been in a relationship over 7.5 years.
Yeah, I know. What happened to his sneakers?
I have video of his father taking everything.
Do you have video of his father taking the sneakers?
The sneakers that he's talking about is in a white box. His father's taking a white box out my
apartment. Can I see the video?
Yeah. My witness has it. When he came with the police, he was even allowed to look in the closets for his stuff.
When you came with the police, why didn't you take your sneakers?
She already sold them.
Your Honor, the sneakers were...
Stop talking.
Sorry.
So you're saying this white box of...
Yeah, he's stating that the sneakers that I sold were in different boxes. And it was a white box and a black box. His father's taking the boxes out.
This video shows your dad in the apartment taking stuff. All right, folks, give me a moment. Nobody talk.
I have...
No, what part of stop talking? Don't break it. What is that?
That's his DVD player, and also I have his Roku that he...
His what?
His Roku.
Fabulous. Hand him back. What about the blood pressure machine?
It's here.
Okay, good.
You can actually have the bag.
Okay, folks, here's what's going to happen. Mr. Muhammad, let me explain to you. Let's go down the road of the many things that you are suing for. You're suing for rent, and I've already explained to you you're not going to get rent because you pay rent to live there, and you lived there, okay? Number two TVs, the Xbox, and some software that you're suing for. Yes, it was on your credit card, but yes, you acknowledge that she paid you $1,000 towards those electronics. What makes sense to me is that you were both contributing to those electronics. So that means that it's half yours and half hers. Okay, they're gonna stay at her place, and what I'm gonna make her pay you is the depreciated value of your half of the electronics. Regarding the sneakers, you have zero proof on the sneakers. I'm sorry. You tell me you're gonna prove to me that she pawned it. Meanwhile, you have zero proof that she pawned it. She thinks you're just bringing her back to court because there's a restraining order, and it's the only way you can see her again. I don't know if that's true or not true. I don't know that he wants anything to do with you either. But either way, you know, you have zero proof on the sneakers. The blood pressure machine is there. So, what do we have? We have an amount of a loan that in a text you do admit that you owe him something for the loan. And then you have a counterclaim against him. And it's for several things. It's for the Tiffany necklace, which he did take. And then you have pain and suffering, which I assume is for having a knife pulled on your throat. We're done. When I tally up the thing I think she owes you, and I tally up what you owe her by taking the jewelry and by pulling a knife to her throat, it's a wash. Goodbye, folks. Go your own ways.
Thank you.
All right, so the plaintiff comes out here. You don't collect anything because it's offset by her countersuit. What's your reaction to this out?
I'm not mad, though, but I'm saying she still owes me, so I'm done with it, okay?
She said you may have been suing her just to get a chance to see her.
No. I did mad things for her. I took on vacation.
You two have to work together on behalf of kids
Thank
at all?
God. Thank God. Thank God.
Okay. All right. All right. All right, so it's an offset. You don't collect, but neither does he. What's going through your mind now?
I'm happy that this chapter is closed in my life. I can move on, and he can move on too. I'm just happy that the judge saw it the way she did.
You think you've seen the end of him or heard the end of him?
I pray I have.
Over to Harvey.
Okay, if you are the victim of domestic violence, run to court. Don't walk, run and get a restraining order. What happens is, if the restraining order is violated, the person gets within 100 yards of you, they can automatically be arrested just for getting that close. It is a very effective way of preventing somebody from brutalizing you again.